Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and it's another contribution to the competition. Game on! As you can see, Angelina's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of that 8-inch howitzer. And so she's actually quite good with the M53, which doesn't bode too well for Talon, because of course, as you may have seen, he put in a replay earlier today, and unfortunately he wasn't able to beat Angelina's score at that time, but he's going to give it another go. In the meantime, Angelina's having a go to improve her score, and let's see if she can do it. Now, 8-inch howitzer, which, you know, is 203.2 millimeters, actually, to be precise, and it's capable of doing 900 alpha, penetrating 52 millimeters of armor, with a reload time of 40.27 seconds, and she's got a reload of 32.8. Okay, she spotted a Kunstpanzer right up against the edge of the map. He's just sitting in that little dip. Rounds out. Okay, well, it's knocked the tree down in front of him, and I suspect it probably splashed him as well. It does have a rather large splash radius. As you can see there, it's 10.5 meters. Okay, over on the other side of the battlefield, we can see a BZ-176. There's also a Conqueror who's much closer to the center line. But there's 2 BZ-176s over there. Okay, she's looking at this one as he's maneuvering. Rounds out, looks good. Just lands in front of him for 56, and she's already repositioning for counter battery. Of course, one of the Artys with a turret that can actually turn 30 degrees either side of the center line, which gives us a very wide arc of 60 degrees overall. The idea is, of course, you don't then have to reposition the entire vehicle. Just turn the turret a little, and of course, you're ready to fire. Rounds out the Tortoise. Direct hit, 166 hit points. No stun assist yet, but it's early days. I concede that the enemy Arty, and there is an enemy Arty in this game, it's a GW Tiger, and he's actually aiming at the center line. Meanwhile, Angelina's having a go at that BZ-176 again. He's pulling back, and quite quickly as well. Rounds out. Oh, he engaged his rockets, and he got tracked just as he engaged them. So yes, that shot actually has burnt one of their rockets, or one of the BZ's rocket pods. Kind of embarrassing that he engages the rocket, tries to speed away, but he still gets tracked. Okay, there's an AMX 1390 just the other side of the bowl, and I think he's spotting in that little position, way up by that ridgeline. I think he's picking the bushes. There is a set of bushes there. He's probably in them. Okay, there he is. Oh, yes, he is in the bush. Would you believe it? Trying to get away. Yeah, she's trying to work out where he's headed, though. That's better. Oh, he changed course. Yes, he was aware that somebody may have been looking at him for an Arty shot. But he did actually get some damage from one of our teammates at the time. Just didn't get any stun assist off that one. Right, we're looking way up on top of the hill. There's an IS-3 too. The double-barreled IS-3 version with a wide turret. Okay, he's almost ready to go. Or she's almost ready to go. Rounds out straight away. And she got a direct hit. Very nice indeed. Maximize your firepower by getting those rounds out as quickly as you can. And Angelina got another hit on the enemy, so that's going to be added to her score at the end of the game. In the meantime, that Conqueror is up near the center line. We can see where he is, but this one looks even better. It's a T-32, and he's just gone into the village, and he's already taking fire. If Angelina can get around in there, she might get stun assist. Rounds out. Oh, it's accurate. Direct hit. Now, hopefully she'll get stun assist from that. Oh, it doesn't look as if they did. And now that AMX 1390 is trying to fend off our 1390 alongside the Lynx. And oh, it didn't work out. Oh dear. So we're 2 down on the enemy at the moment. Okay, there's that Lynx. And she got a direct hit. Oh, that's certainly going to hurt him. Lynx 6x6 do not have thick armor. So that round, since it was a direct hit, might actually have penetrated him. We'll just have to wait and see on that. But in the meantime, we can see the Jagdtiger pulling backwards and forwards amongst the bushes. Okay, Angelina's trying to work out. Tier 9 German tank destroyer, I should say. Technically, they were a self-propelled gun, but they're not in the sense that they were Arty. It was a tank destroyer. So she lands around right next door to him, picks up another 358. Okay, that looks good. Now, there's still that BZ right up on top of the hill. There's an SU-101 there as well. Comes the BZ. Now he's on this side of the battlefield. Oh, we just fired just as he punches the rockets, and he managed to avoid them altogether. But he's got a bit of a problem now because he's speeding towards our guys rather quickly, and when his rockets run out, they're going to take a little recharge. And there he goes. He's firing his last batch, I think it is. He's on his last few hit points. He's just going to drive into Angelina's shell, and that'll be the end of his game. Oh, well, it wasn't Angelina that did it. It was the 704. Okay. Jagdtiger and Tortoise felt embarrassed by the fact that they didn't back their teammates up, and both of them been tracked. Oh, she picked up a ton of stun assist off that shot. Both the Tortoise and the Jagdtiger were hit. The Tortoise has since retreated, and the Lynx is coming in very, very quickly, but that may be a mistake because he's a one-shot. Yes, he's come right up, and he's been taken out of the game by our Hori 1. Tortoise lined up, rounds out, right on target, on top of him, 253 hit points, and Angelina's already changing position. Okay, we're 2 down on the enemy, but you see how accurate that shot was. It actually landed on the machine gunner's cupola, or rather the loader's cupola, that is, and that is a weak spot. So, although it looks like it actually penetrated, it probably didn't, but it might have done a large amount of damage. And the interesting fact is that our ELC has moved deep down into enemy territory, and Angelina's decided to move south, and with good reason. Although there's one enemy in the corner, and that happens to be the GW Tiger. There he is, he's been spotted, he's running for it. Okay, she's lining up the shot. Oh, and before she can shoot, he's out the game. But that means now the only other enemy in the west side of the map is the Tortoise. And she's already seen to him once. There goes the MX1390, scarpering as quickly as he can. But that tortoise is still down there. Now, if our Barras can get sighting of the tortoise, Angelina might be able to nail him. She's going for the MX1390, I think. Rounds out. Well, she got some stun on him. 7 rounds left. Just under 6 minutes to go. Angelina's getting closer and closer to the enemy. Okay, that tortoise is probably just at the end of the road. You can see the enemy Conqueror just over the ridgeline. Okay, we're loaded. Now, we're anticipating that the AMX1390 might be somewhere around there. T-32 spotted in the village. It's already starting to receive fire. She's notified her intentions. She's going to go for that target. Rounds out. Oh my gum! She just got hit by the Kunstpanzer, who's very, very close. And he just got nuked, but Angelina needs to keep changing position, because the enemy Arty is more than likely going to try and for her. Oh, of course he can't, can he? Because he's dead. That's a big mistake by me. No, he is already dead. Yes, he got wiped out before we got the chance to hit him. But why did our guys let that Kunstpanzer get through? Watch out for the wreck there. That could have been very embarrassing. There's only 3 enemies there, 4 on our team. There's the Conqueror. He's a one-shot. Now we need to spot where the enemy are. The BZ-176 is behind us. The Object 704 is over there as well. He's taken some bad damage. But he still manages to nuke the BZ. And the AMX1390 is coming on through. So we might need to fire around in there. Now he's pulled back. Okay, Angelina guessed where the 1390 was going. Only 2 enemies left. The 1390 in the north, the Conqueror in the south. Angelina could take out both of them if she can get a shot on them. They're both splash kills. Angelina's decided the best way to handle this is to get south quick, take out the Conqueror and start capping. Forces the AMX1390 to come back to defend his own cap, and then of course she can kill him the moment he gets close. Okay, she's lining up the shot. This could be a kill shot. There he is. He's trying to push our Hori one back, but he hasn't got the force, and rounds out. That's a kill. Beautiful kill there by Angelina. That lays the trap, and now she just needs to head for the cap area. The 1390 might actually be heading down the east side of the map. That's true. We've only got 2 minutes 55 seconds left on the clock. Varask is chasing the 1390. Trying to work out where he's gone. The Hori 1 headed for the cap. Angelina heads for the cap. They'll more than likely aim for Angelina, but that will make them very vulnerable to the Hori 1 and the brass behind him. That 1390 is not going to survive very long. Hori 1 going into the cap. See, Arty players aren't afraid to cap, or not afraid to actually use their W key, move forward, get close to the enemy. Of course, Arty players want the team to win, and Angelina's determined to win. Now, I wouldn't get too close to the camp, because you want to make sure that you have the ability to shoot if that guy goes over the railway crossing. And so, if you're actually got the camp too close to you, it might pre-detonate the shell. But in fact, the Hori 1 is trying to defend us. Look at that. They're defending the Arty from any damage. Okay, we're under 2 minutes. That MX1390 is going to turn up very shortly, and if he doesn't, the Brask will turn up. But look at this, one defending the other. Rascon up on top of the hill. If he spots the 1390, they've capped out. They've capped out to win. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for Angelina in the M53, M55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 11 in this one, and she got a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. Her win rate from that game, 3,771. Well, I do know straight off that Angelina has increased her lead over Talon 1958, and we can see that because if we look at the score for the previous game, Angelina only made a second class and a bruiser on the previous game, and now she has a first class bruiser and a Confederate, and her win rate has slightly increased as well. She was on 2,679, now she's on 3,771. Let's have a look at the team score and see where exactly Angelina managed to come. Well, she got the highest damage in the game. She certainly did a lot of damage. 3,486 hit points to be precise. And of course, she got the Confederate. Second highest damage in the game turned out to be the Conqueror on the enemy team with 3,203 hit points. And in third place was the Strip S1 on our team. He got 3,202 hit points, just 1 hit point less than the Conqueror. And the Strip S1 got a Confederate as well. And the Tortoise on the enemy team also got a Confederate out of that game. When it came to kills, I'm afraid Angelina only got 1 kill in the game, the Conqueror, but it was a big hit right into his side. And of course, it was their best player. The second highest on the top highest on the game in terms of kills was the 704, and he acted as a bodyguard for Angelina up one end of the map, stopped her from getting killed by the Kunstpanzer. 4 kills went to the Hori 1, who was protecting her down the other end of the map when they got into the gap together. And the Conqueror actually managed to get third place on kills with 3 kills. That was their best player. We can also see the ELC Ever 90 got 2 kills in that game, even though he didn't do a huge amount of damage. He was actually just mostly spotting, and that's how he managed to pick up a patrol duty. And if we look at XP for the game, can see the ELC Ever 90 came up on top on base XP. He got 1,298. He was the only one to get over 1,000. And look at the spotting he did, 7,677 spotting from that game. And the reason was he was just sitting in the bushes high up the bank. He could see everything that was going on the fields, and the enemy couldn't see him because he was just hiding in the bushes, not making a move until, of course, the end of the game came round when he knew that he could get out there and start doing some damage. And he fired 9 shots, 7 direct hits, 3 penetrating shots. So he did get some damage, but he was destroyed in the end by the enemy team. But when it came to second on base XP, that was Angelina with 924. And the third highest place was the Visonte C45 with 899. Angelina fired 16 rounds, so didn't use up all of her ammunition, still had 4 rounds spare. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. Now, I'm pretty certain that penetrating shot was that Lynx 6x6 because she fired at it, a blind shot, and yes, it did go through. 862 hit points, a low roll penetrator, went right through the vehicle. And of course, you remember he came together all briefly with the AMX 1390 on the enemy team. And the shell actually went straight for the Lynx instead of the AMX 1390. And yes, she got a penetrating shot. If we look at the rest, we can see she managed to get 13 splashes. Angelina got 3,486 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. She did receive a hit. That was the Kunstpanzer. It did penetrate. And she damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1. 574 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. And she got 36 capture points while she was in the cap. Now, she did suffer a small loss from the game of 12,460 credits. But that was mostly down to the fact she did take some damage. And she got 1,848 experience points as well. So yeah, she says using her W key for a win. That's the thing. Angelina knows how to play tactically. She managed to get down to the far end. She not only took out that Conqueror with a lovely shot right to the side. In fact, she actually timed the shot so it would hit the rear of the Conqueror so it didn't damage her teammate in the Hori 1. She didn't want to cause any splash on him. but she did tremendously well and got that shot in, then went straight to the cap and helped the team to cap out and get the victory. So another great game for Angelina. It's not over yet. There's still the possibility Talon might be able to get an ace tanker and win the Weekend Lion, but he's got his work cut out for him, and I think Angelina's going to be sitting back very comfortably at the moment with a good score. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.